All right, good morning or evening, actually, beautiful people. I appreciate you all. And I'm saying morning because, as a transparent moment, I actually did this recording this morning and I didn't pay attention to the device, a microphone, and where it was plugged in. And unfortunately, it was a waste. All right, so I'm recording now. It's about almost 9 o'clock at night. But hey, love you guys. If you're not already, follow my YouTube page. And then you want to follow and subscribe anyway because and like the video. But you're gonna want to do that anyway because I do have a Patreon account that I already set. I'm just loading it with more content. But the reason why we're talking today is because of options, options, options. So I'm moving over to trading options 100% now. So if you purchased my last program or familiar with anything prior to this related to myself, I was trading, the foreign currencies through Forex. But this here, man, options, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. So where I was focused more so on supplemental income before and just kind of, putting extra money in my pocket, like this is game changing. Hey, if you're good enough, you can actually leave your job, now. We're not talking match salary, we're talking exceed salaries. All right. So, um, follow the page. At this point, I know it doesn't show that I have any posts, but I have a lot of materials just private for those, as you can see, that I have allowed to have access. But as I promised to everyone, I was going to be charting my journey here. So I started options trading. Well, let me start over. I started my studies for options trading. It's probably been a month now. So 2 weeks prior to the week of the 26th. Okay, 26 is when I started recording my results. But I actually started like dibbling and dabbling with the demo like that Sunday. So I got into it Sunday, just trying to hone in and figure out like what is the best route really for me, in terms of my tolerance and how I like to trade and messing around. Like I'm not gonna lie, I got started my account off with 50,000. Uh, I'll go into this with you here, but started my account off with 50,000. I actually lost almost two. Just kind of, I mean, I didn't care. It's a demo, so I'm just practicing, trying to see like what works and what doesn't work. When I was able to hone in and find out what worked to me, like I said, I mean, we're at 61 now. So like I told I've been telling people like the first day. So Sunday I was playing around. Monday I had it figured out, but I was working too, so I wasn't really paying attention to the amount of money that I made. But like my first time doing this, once I figured out my process, I was at 20. I was like 2,600. So again, I caught up to the 48, made it back to my 50, and then I was at like 52.6 or something. I don't know, 52.6 or something. But anyway, from there I'm like, hey, this thing, like this process is solid. I want to make sure, my people have this, and those that have it, they know who I set it up with. But I just started tracking my daily results, and so I was able to show you my start to finish. I did my live recordings and went over that in detail. So I feel confident about this, and as I promised, I was going to start my first week, first day today. Okay, which I did. So I am. You'll see it attached. I'm going to drop my pocket option link here. I suggest you guys get on there. You don't have to use real funds. Use demo, please. Demo, 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 especially if you're not used to options. So demo definitely. Okay. Um what I'm going to do, so like my YouTube page is going to have like the live walkthrough. It's not going to be in great detail, but the Patreon account will. So Patreon, and some of you have already experienced kind of how I do things. So some of those videos that I have, and I'm sorry to keep taking you back and forth. I mean, I'm a talker, so you see 20, 30 minute, so and so videos. Trading time, like goals are hit like within 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, most of it is just me discussing in great detail, like why trade here, why not to trade here. So the best method to that I feel is going to be productive to everyone is if I just do live trading and then I'll go back and go through all of my wins and losses and why I stand by that decision or why that decision was great. Okay. The benefit to joining the Patreon is going to be the fact that there's going to be a lot more detail because YouTube, I'm just hitting on like I'm going to upload, yeah, 1 or 2 times a week, but the 1 and 2 times a week that I'm uploading on Patreon is going to really break down things. And so I have a process and a way of doing things, and I'm going to teach that to you. But like, for other opportunities and you have to be a part of the Patreon. Okay. So please, please, please do not pass it up. I promise it's going to be worth it. I'm not one of those people that's going to charge you $500-600 for a year of access or anything of that much nature. I'm not trying to get rich off of anybody, but the information is valuable. Okay. So pocket options, please. So when I use this, I only work from my desktop. So when I was doing forex trading, I used my phone only. I used the app, and yeah, that's what I use. But with this, get on my desktop and I knock it out. So this was my first day today, this morning, and just to kind of walk through this. So when you guys create your account, you're going to have an opportunity to get 100% match on your deposit. So my deposit, I did $150, which got me to 300 and some change, right? Um, so I did that yesterday. It took just to be clear with you in terms of process, and I'll go through this so you can see it. Um, but I use my Cash App, purchase the Bitcoin. You have to, the transfers, like this obviously not going to be dollar for dollar, but you can figure it out as to what amount you need to do whatever exact amount that you're trying to do. But once you do that, you'll go ahead and upload it to your desktop through the channel. And like I said, I'll show you all of that. Now, the key thing is I did the free version, so I'm just trying to like really show you like if I was day one trading. So I did free version. I didn't do the little expedited one. It said 24 hours, but it was available this morning. So I did it around 12 o'clock and it was available when I woke up this morning. So I was super thirsty. I ain't gonna lie. I was licking my lips. Yeah, I was ready because I've been thinking about this and getting started. Like I said, I'm sorry to go back to the demo here, but to be 11,000 up, and I think the last recording day was the 30th. I didn't have time to record on the 31st because I was leaving out of the country. Um, so yeah, I didn't record that. But essentially, if you paid attention to all of those videos, I mean, you see, I think I left off at 58,000 or 58 or 59 maybe. I know it was low 59 maybe on that last recording. I couldn't get a chance to record and edit the last bit, but I didn't want to waste time with it today. Like, forget it. I mean, let's go to the real deal. But that last opportunity was over $2,000 in that one day, and that's when I said, "Hey, this process is fine tuned, and I'm ready." So the key thing that you're going to know about option trading is it is very risky. So I will tell you that up front. The good thing though, you don't need several $1,000s in the account to trade. Okay, so like I said, I started off with 150. They matched me at 300. I'm up 162 now. Normally I would keep going, but I'm trying to. I did this the same thing for forex, where I just, I try to discipline myself for 2 weeks before like really ramping it up. All right, because you can trade 7 days a week here, whereas with the other forex trading, the markets close on Friday. So I figure I'm gonna do 7 days or 14 days at 150, and that's my goal. And then once I do that, then I'll ramp it up to 300 a week, 300 a week, 300 a day, and then I mean in terms of the schematics from there, I mean if you have access to it, you'll see it like that type of opportunity. I mean you'll see the videos where I was clearly making $500-600 in a day. But of course it was fake demo money, but it is the same setup, it's the same live market. It's just not, it wasn't my money, so it was practice money. So I'm gonna do the same thing here, of course. And share that with you guys, okay? Up to a certain extent, because I don't want everybody in my business, right? So, so you'll see what happens, and just so that you know, when you do these, that promotion, where was that? Hmm. Well, you'll see it. When you do the promotion, just know since they're matching you, they're basically splitting your profits. So I'll just describe it to you right now. Normally, I would pull that 150 because you can pull it daily. Okay. I'm going to keep an account size of 250, and at most, I'll probably go up to 500. Once I'm doing larger, when I'm starting off at a larger amount. But they're going to split that profit. So if I was to pull it right now, because I gave them 150, they gave me 150. What they're going to do is instead of giving me the 160, they'll only give me 80. So I'm at this. I have to keep going under this promotion until it's like $1,900, which isn't going to take a long time. Okay, but for the sake, like I said, when you're trading, like I tell everybody, you shouldn't be trading emotionally. So this shouldn't be you shouldn't be doing this because you need the money. Okay, if you need the money, you're making emotional decisions. All right, so now you're jumping in stuff when you don't need to because you need that money, or you don't know when to get out because you need that money. So I'm not about that. I'm not going to touch it. But once I do hit that promotion, I'm probably going to get it every day because, again, it doesn't matter what you start the account off with. You can start off with $100. You can start off with $50. Okay, I think 50 is the no. There's $10 minimums. I think I've seen. But regardless, whatever's in the account, you can use it. All right. So for that, that is a great benefit because you don't have to like I said, with forex, you need a few thousand maintain to leverage that to do appropriate lot sizes, or and it's just it really ties up your money, so you can't even afford to really pull too much out unless you're keeping a certain amount in there. And with this can be a daily pool. Okay, so I'm going to show you through my journey. Let me tell you what happened today because I got sidetracked. It's going to happen. All right, I don't edit these. This is the real deal me. So all of these videos are going to be like this. So like it, love it, and at least you're not getting some fake stuff. So this morning, like I said, super thirsty to start. I was up at 5 and I was salivating. Like I said, just imagine, I got a towel, need some water. I guess I don't need water from salivating, but anyway. So I jumped in while I was kind of sleepy and I decided to place my first trade. And I haven't gone over details or whatever, but normally I only trade at 92%. Apparently, and I started off with $25 and I wasn't there. So that let me know, hey, you might be too tired for this. So since we're playing with real money, let's get real rust. I'm off today. I don't have anything to do. I have all day. So no need to rush it. Calm down with the excitement. So I went back to sleep and woke back up. All right. So now it's 9 o'clock. And between 9 and 10 o'clock is what it shows. I made that differential of the 160, 150. Now, if you followed any of my videos before, if you have access to them, you saw how fast it was to make $500, $600. Now, it took really 5 to 7 minutes. And some of those videos I was talking as I was actively trading, which took about 10. So it didn't take an hour to get $161 or $140. Okay, $38. Okay, it didn't take that long. Okay, it took literally a couple minutes. Okay, so boom, 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 and I was done. All right. Now, I'm stopping. I stopped, like I said, because I'm trying to stay grounded. I'm trying to just develop good habits. I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do because if I do that, then I know when to stop. But really, the game, the way that you get the way that you lose control, let's say that. So like the when I was doing the trading under the demo account and I had the same goals, hey, let me stop at 5, 600, then all of a sudden I'm at 1,000 or 1,200 up. It's because when you set a goal of, let's say my goal is 150 and I have left over $12. Now, normally I wouldn't do a $10 entry, but because I have a little bit of overage and 150 is my goal, I would use that. When I win that, because 8 times out of 10 I do, all right. But when I win that, Essentially what's going to happen is that $18 is going to then multiply to another number, and then you keep going, and then you're using larger numbers because I'm set on 150, and then all of a sudden the new goal is 200. So now I have 230 something dollars. So now I'm using that 30. So that's how you lose control doing this, where you can just literally just keep piling it on. And as long as you're making good decisions, you keep meeting that new threshold. It's just that um, I know at some point that's an emotional decision. You're excited, and now you're putting more up, or you're putting over. You're continuing to trade because you're doing well, which is good. It's just that is it necessary all the time? No. Okay. If I had an extra $1,000 a day, yeah, it'd be nice. But at some point, what I'm gonna do with it? But sit on it, right? So, um, I try to, I'm like a minimalist. I don't do the most, and I'm not out here. I don't be out here doing the, I'm team cheapskate. So regardless of what the finances are looking like, it don't matter. Like I'm not out here blowing money. So like I say, we all get there to a certain point, but like with this here, I want you guys to really lock in, subscribe, like I said, because it's really life changing money. If you can get it, it's not guaranteed, but I will say that if you don't give up, if you come into this and you really apply what you're learning into that demo account and you're seeing success, I'm guaranteeing you the demo account and this is the same, and the live account is the same thing. So whatever you're putting yourself up and setting yourself up with that demo account, you literally can be doing that with a live account. And it takes time, okay? None of this stuff is easy, but I promise you, if you can find a way to even put $100 a day in your pocket, 7 days a week, multiply that by four, like that's good money, man. Like it's good money. It takes a lot of headache away. So it's not about whatever your goals are, your goals. And I always preach that. Like I'm not ever going to come on here and tell people they need to be rich, they need to be retired, they need to be working from a beach. I'm not here to sell dreams because everybody can't do that. If that was possible, then everybody will be doing it, right? So I think I'm done here, but I want y'all to make sure y'all subscribe because I'm gonna keep these things rolling. I'm gonna get active again tomorrow because I'm so tempted to do more. But I'm gonna close out of this and live my life tonight, and I'm gonna continue tomorrow. I'm gonna continue to create more content. I'm gonna go over candles. So I have candlesticks and supports and all that stuff, videos from my YouTube, but that's more tailored to the um the forex trading. This is different. So I'm not going to do that. All right, we're not doing that. We're going to do everything as it pertains to options, even though it's pretty much the same thing. It's just the time frames are different, so it's more, there's additional things to consider and not to consider, I guess I should say, as well. Okay. So let's reconvene. Until next time, my friends. I appreciate you all. Subscribe, and share it, man. Share it. Okay. It's free. Like I said, it's free. YouTube page free. Share it. Get involved, man. If and like I said, if if you need more guidance, like I said, that Patreon account will be up. Like I said, let me just get enough material in there so people aren't logging in and purchasing that. And like I said, I'm not doing an arm and a leg. I'm just be honest with you. I'm probably only going to charge you $200 for that for the year. If you need it for more than a year, I doubt it, but you get a year access to that. And yeah, I mean, you can make that back quickly. Okay. So however you want to do it, let's do it. Let's get this show on the road. And I appreciate you guys. All right. Love you much. Thank you.